After my last cheek swab, we increased Benadryl to 6 per day. My waking blood glucose is still low to mid 90s. Is there anything else I can do to get this down? Um, um, the berberine can be helpful. I don't remember if you're taking berberine. Um, just about everybody could add berberine to their protocol. If you've heard me speak at any time, berberine is, you know, probably one of my, if not my favorite supplement. It's one of my favorite supplements. Um, Taking 2 a day of the Berber Clear, I think it's only 200 milligrams. You could bump that up. And that would be one thing to do, just bump that up. And the reason why berberine is such a favorite supplement for somebody with cancer is because it does reduce your blood glucose levels. It and it is the one of the major killers um, of H. pylori. So it's just a great supplement all around. And there's just a lot of research on berberine as a direct killer of cancer too. So berberine's a great thing to take. Yeah, so I would increase it. I'd start by increasing it to 4 a day and see how, give it a week or two and see if that lowers your blood glucose at all. You could go up to 6 or 8 a day. But if you're at like 8 a day and it's really not budging your blood glucose, then I would probably back off again. Remember, what's your blood glucose? Where where is your blood glucose coming from? Your waking blood glucose coming from? You didn't eat anything all night long. You were fasting. Maybe you ate something at 8 o'clock and then went to bed at 10 o'clock or something. And so you haven't eaten since 8 o'clock, pretend, and your blood glucose is 90. Where is that coming from? Um, it's coming from glycogen stores in your liver. So your liver stores glucose in long chains of glucose molecules called glycogen. And then it breaks down in the middle of the night through secretion of cortisol. So cortisol, think of that as a bad hormone. Oh my gosh, cortisol is bad. No, no, everything is needed. Cortisol, elevated cortisol still isn't bad. It's an indicator of something. It's an indicator of adrenal stress. But you need cortisol. Cortisol is secreted in the middle of the night to break down glycogen stores. Well, why do you need glucose in the middle of the night? My muscles aren't using it. Maybe people's are more than others if they're thrashing around in bed or something. But glucose is the primary fuel for the brain. Your brain fuels on glucose and oxygen. Glucose and oxygen is what runs your brain. So your brain is working all night long, even though you're not solving problems like you're doing in the middle of the day. Well, truly, your brain is solving problems all night long. Your brain is still just as active in the middle of the night as it is in the daytime. So you need glucose for that. If your waking glucose was in the 60s and your daily, if you did a 12-hour fast during the day and it was higher, that would tell you that you have issues with adrenal fatigue and you need to support your adrenal glands so that they can make more cortisol at night in order to cause the breakdown of glycogen and fuel your brain. That's one of the issues that people have when they say, I wake up in the middle of the night, I tend to fall asleep just fine, but then I wake up at 1 o'clock to go to the bathroom and I can't go back to sleep again. What is wrong? It takes me an hour and I have to get back to sleep again. That is a sign of adrenal fatigue. and your adrenals are not kicking out enough cortisol to break down the glycogen stores, or you don't, or it could be you don't have glycogen stores in your liver. So the treatment for that is you need to support your adrenal glands so that you can make enough cortisol because you need that breakdown so your brain isn't starving. Because the reason why you can't go back to sleep is because you don't have the glycogen for your brain. So your body basically won't let you fall asleep. So you have to get up and walk around, and then you'll break down glycogen and create glycogen breakdown through another pathway in order to fuel your brain. So if you can't go back to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning and you're lay there in bed with your eyes wide open, the best thing you can do is get up and eat something right away. Get up and eat, maybe some crackers or something, some carbs so you get instant glucose to fuel your brain to help you fall asleep. Or get up and walk around um, to break down glycogen in your liver. Another way is to eat some protein before you go to sleep, so you have um, uh, you have some nutrients to basically fuel your nighttime um, staying asleep.